morning. Good morning, seekers. I'll wait for you all to join. Getting ready for the day. Live chat. Good morning, Rachel. Rinse, repeat. Hello, everybody. Mr. Tiggs, all sprawled out in my bed. Little love bug. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Fun Forever. Oh, my God. Wow, here they come. Deborah, P-Day, Miss Such and So, Dita, Jope, Cool Cat, Anna Mouse, Dottie, LJ, Tony, Marimbola. Hello, Sassy Saturday. Okay, so I got up this morning. I was drinking my coffee, and I said, Namaste. What a day. Anywho, yesterday was, but you know what? This is why YouTube is way more entertaining than cable TV, because it's a shit show. So many personalities. I told you, man, I love human behavior. Good, bad, or ugly. I just sit back and go, why? Why so ugly? Why do people have to be so ugly? Like, you can, listen, if you possess the ability to just kind of be a smartass, but not be vile, that people don't have to feel so cringed, right? You could just be like, yeah. And you lose the fight if you get super ugly. Like, you totally do. Detached is the best way to watch it. Yes. How could she even say those things, but then record it for the internet? Well, that's the thing. Like, that was a recorded video, edited, so you had plenty of time to go, is this a good idea? You know what I mean? So people do look at that. It's not like you're live and then shit just gets derailed. That's a whole different thing. Thank you, Pumpkin and Leaves. Okay, so I'm having my coffee this morning. Hi, Lady Luck. And I said, okay, I'm centered because I got my cup of Java. I'm going to go see what happened over on the Kick. Because, I'm expecting if somebody says, come join me on Kick because I can't say this stuff over here on YouTube, right? Like I told you, I don't stand for anybody. Everybody does stupid shit, which makes me laugh, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to go watch Yo Mama. I'm going to go watch Yo Mama, see what he did. Because he sniped it. I ain't going over to Kick and signing up. That's where everybody that's been kicked off of YouTube goes. And trust me when I say, I know when people get to a certain amount of money and fame, their idea of fame, right? Now, honey, you ain't got fame unless you living in a mansion up in Beverly Hills, right? Yeah, let's just go out on the yacht today. Okay, let's invite all our friends. Okay, right? Then you got fame. But YouTube is false sense of self. Like, can we be honest? But when you're sitting there saying things like, so I was on the phone with my YouTube manager, stop, collaborate, and listen. There is no such thing. Oh yeah, and they have no problem with my channel, but they got a problem with your channel. And that right there, I'm like, that's cute. Right? Ace and family were booted from YouTube. Millions of dollars they made YouTube. We are down here at the bottom, so let's stay in perspective, ladies. Let's stay in perspective. We're way down here. They sure were making back. And what's his name? Your mama mentioned him. Aiden, right? 9 million subscribers. He got taken down. So can we stop all that? Because what it makes you look is petty. Petty. Let's be honest about why people are creators on YouTube. A, they're bored. I'm going to speak for myself. They're bored, right? They feel like they have a personality to offer. Who am I going to talk to all day, Tiggs? No. I started this channel when I was in an RV in Illinois, and there was nobody all week long in the campground I was at, Lake Sarah. Do not recommend unless you're just a weekend camper. But there's still snakes wandering up from the lake. None of it. I thought, after being in the public, doing hair, bartending, that is like a constant noise, right? Where you get to assess, right? Anything when it comes to the public. I've worked in the public my whole life, right? I wasn't in a desk in an office, even though when I got to Illinois, that's how I felt. I felt so isolated and alone. I started my YouTube channel. I made videos. People commented. I felt like I had a friend here and there. So I'd make another video, right? This was to keep me socializing, right? So when creators start channels, like I said, I'll speak for myself. You feel like you have something to offer. You're trying to socialize. But what happens if you start a channel and then you start making money and then your audience starts pushing you to do things that are outside of who you are? You lose. You lose, right? And that's what I see going on over there between FFG and Foodie Beauty. That's what I see. The hate they have has to keep on going to entertain their audiences. And you're going to lose a part of yourself, or that's truly who you are. Now, if FFG and Foodie Beauty are alike in many ways, they see something in each other they hate about themselves, possibly. I don't know. But I understand how people can go so vile just to like banter or throw tomatoes. But vile? That's like real feelings, right? It would have to be. It's passion. That is passion. We're seeing passion, folks. I felt real sadness and I felt traumatized reading the worm food. Well, and that's the thing. Those words are meant to affect audiences. They're meant to affect people who like have lost people. That's what it's meant for. It is meant to trigger you. Now, remember what Foodie always said? She said, I don't know. Listen. She said, if what I say triggers you, that's a you problem. But why do it? That's you doing it to purposely hurt at least a few people. Hey, excuse me. Tiggsy, look at me. Tiggs, doing a show. Well, and here's the thing. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I mean, he sees a doggy. Hold on. Tiggsy, come here, sweetheart. We're doing a show, darling. Get your baby. Come on now. You're so cute. I love you. Play with the blanket. My good blanket. Just play with it. Do whatever you want. Mama don't care. Anyway, so I was watching Yo Mama, and I'm like, I want to see what happened on Kick. Oh my gosh, I love him. I'm going to close the curtains, baby. I'm sorry. Go downstairs. Look out the window. God, I love you. You are a funny little fella. Okay, there we go. You're safe. From heaven to look at doggies. Anyway. And I had to gear myself up because FFG said, we're going to Kick because I got things to say that I can't say on YouTube. And I'm like, how dark could your brain be that you're holding back? You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I've heard a lot come out of her mouth that I was like, ooh, that's pushing the line of YouTube, right? As a recovering addict, I question any reactor that streams while high or drunk. Right. You should question that. That means that you have to anesthetize all your, life. Dealing with life, right? Yeah. So anyway, I ain't going to Kick either. But your mama's like, I'm streaming this shit. It's going to be lit. Right? Your mama was like ready. He had the whole boxing ring. He had FFG and Chantal's heads on these two sumo wrestlers. That's some funny shit, right? So he's ready. He's ready. He's got the microphone. When you do this stuff live, you're hoping it's going to be a banger, right? Can I say, the only thing I felt that FFG did that was something she could never do on YouTube was to play Tupac at the beginning, a copyrighted song. Yeah. That was it. Oh my God, you should have seen your mama's face. She did it on purpose so that his whole stream would be demonetized. Like, that was probably the only thing I saw or heard her do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she was on fire. She's been more on fire on YouTube than she was on that Kick stream. The only thing she said was the see you next Tuesday word like 30 times. And I'm like, yeah, but that word no woman likes. You know what I mean? That's not even, to me, that's not, like, I don't know. I just did not feel this, Well, that's why she went to Kick. She told everybody. She told everybody FFG isn't going to put her revenge online. Then why did 4,000 people run to Kick when she said, because what I have to say I can't say on YouTube. But everything she said over there, she could have said on YouTube. Good morning, Yoda. I don't know which Tupac song that is. You agree? She didn't. Yeah. She didn't say anything different. Well, then what was the point of going to Kick? I mean, she lost out on so many super chats to go over to Kick free to say what she could have said on YouTube. This is a business move. This ain't a I love you, I hate you, I like you shit. I don't play like that. I don't get emotional about other creators' personalities. But when you say, we're going to go over here because I'm about to tear it up, I'm looking for a tear it up. Well, I'm not a vile person. I don't have to be a vile person because I think critically. I don't think with emotions. But you're looking at her numbers. Who cares about numbers? Is that all this is about? Is that all this is about is numbers? She got 2K. She had 4K over there in Kick. She got 4,000 people to sign up. That's called a business move. A business move. They're already signed up now. So there you go. That was a smart business move. Yeah. I mean, I'm just stating facts. Am I not? I mean, some of you are stating feelings. I can't do that. You don't get paid on Kick until you've been on there a while. I don't even know if you get paid on Kick. I was just listening to what other people were saying. That Kick is something that is just another platform. I don't know. I'm never going to sign up for Kick or Rumble. There was another one too, Odyssey. It's where YouTubers go to create channels when they get booted. I think, bar none, YouTube is the best. And I sure ain't following people over to Kick, Rumble, or Odyssey. Never gonna happen. I ain't that invested. No way. I don't even have favorites. I like to listen to everybody. I think she knows YouTube won't cancel her if she draws too much traffic. No. YouTube has canceled people with 9 million subscribers. And then the Ace family. How many subscribers did the Ace family have? They have canceled so many big YouTubers. Did Jeffree Star leave YouTube for TikTok, or did he get... What happened with Jeffree Star? I listen to everybody too. Listen, because if you run around defending somebody and then they go do something really shitty, you're going to still defend that. That's what I see. No matter what these creators do, they've got their people. I'm not like-minded like that. I just stand alone. I look and see what's going on. Call it out for what it is. Yeah, YouTube will cancel anybody. Absolutely. Jeffree left. Okay. I don't know. I don't follow him, but I do see him on the TikTok once in a while pushing his products. You know, keeping the ranch alive. Good for him. No, I don't think anything popped off while we were asleep. Nothing. I like to go everywhere and anywhere too, but I'm a silent observer, as you've noticed. They blacklisted him? Possibly. But, you know, when you create an empire of cosmetics, you're not really looking for the AdSense on YouTube anymore. You're just using your audience to purchase it, right? Foodie took it too far with the... Yeah. Well, she knew that would pack a punch. The problem with Foodie using trigger words is she's trying... Here's the difference. Foodie is legitimately angry. Like, for real, for real. She ain't in the boxing ring to spar. She's in there to let out all her frustrations and anger. She's always done that. I mean, the one thing, like, if you could name 3 things that you like about Foodie, what would they be? There's people going to go, nothing. Okay, come on now. 3 things. You got 3 things? I'll tell you one thing. That girl, because we've seen it before on YouTube, do something terrible, get the backlash, and disappear. She won't. She won't. The girl takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Okay, people are actually putting shit in here. She's funny sometimes. She's hilarious when she wants to be. Yeah. Well, and that's what I said, Boo Squeezy. Some people see things in other people that they hate about themselves. I think Foodie Beauty is so super jealous of how much money. Absolutely. Now that I will agree with. She is a cockroach. She survives everything. She can be creative when she wants to be. I don't feel like she's in a good place in Kuwait. She can deny it all she wants, but her actions like show how unhappy she is. She's lost herself by being claimed by some fake love. She does seem very miserable. Yeah, I used to enjoy, like, you know, a lot of people hate Yo Mama. Well, sometimes Yo Mama does stuff that I like. Parodies, his songs. Every time that Cash App ding, it can only mean one thing. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he does some funny parodies. I'm going to give him that. He actually puts the effort into them. I'm a lazy parody person. But the one thing is, once I get started on a parody, my creative juices just start flowing. Like, oh, wait, stop. I'll do this instead. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, mine's more of a, it's like an interpretive dance. You know what I mean? Like, that's how my brain thinks. And I want it to be funny. I don't want it to be hateful. I don't want anything I do to be hateful. And yes, I can be critical. When I see things, I'll be critical. I don't care. It's not sanctimonious. It's putting thought into the words you type or the things you say. It's being thoughtful. But doesn't mean you can't call out bullshit. You should do a healthy recipes channel. I don't want to spend every day filming myself cooking. No, thank you. Not even into it like that. Now, when I had kids, that would have been a whole different story. But it's just me and Mr. NOmadness. He likes red meat. I really don't. So I have to cook different stuff. Well, Amberlynn, and here's the one thing I will say good about Foodie, right? She is way more entertaining. She used to be. Not these live streams in Kuwait, no. She used to be way more entertaining in Canada. Like, I love tuning in to her, jumping in the car. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. I enjoyed, like, her honesty, her real and rawness about what a slob she was. Now, she's deceptive. She can't talk about anything anymore. I don't like any of that. She's way more entertaining to me than Amberlynn Reid. Amberlynn Reid is obvious making content because she has to. Foodie's literally doing it because she can't live without it. Right. Like, Amberlynn Reid is low-key shading her audience. Like, just not even interesting. But a lot of people have been following her story, which I haven't. The other thing is, I think, let's say both of them got down to a healthy weight, which they should, for longevity of life, right? And peace and namaste, right? And to build their character, they conquered something that was so hard. That'd be great. I feel like Foodie Beauty would definitely use it to her advantage against her haters, right? Look what I could do and you can't do it. Where's your skinny body? I could see that. But that would entertain me. Because when you spend 8 years, you know, being dogged out from your smells and all that, even by your own ex, you know, Pizza's the one that put your smells out, not us. But anyway, and it was funny. That would become, you know what I mean? Yeah, we know her problems, not her weight. It's not what I said. I'm getting ready to talk about her personality, like right now. She would use it. Absolutely. She would be very beautiful. If she lost all that weight, she would be beautiful. Foodie Beauty's too concerned about her face Spanx costume and trying to shock everyone with their actions. Yeah, absolutely, because that's her old self that brought her the views. It doesn't work anymore. After the BBJ thing, can we be honest? The exposure of BBJ, I can't even believe her channel has continued since then. I really can't. Just even what she was willing to film. Like just handing her off. Just, bye. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, what I wanted to do later on is do a react of Chantal talking about how she wants to be the light. And then yesterday talked about how evil she is. What the spiritual split is that? Whoa. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say BBJ loved her. No, that's like saying Julia loves her. Listen, animals pick up on your spirit. Cats are very spiritual, by the way. More spiritual than a dog. Like, if you hurt yourself, your dog's coming, like, what's happening here? They'll lick a boo-boo. Don't let them, though. But they'll try to heal a wound on your body. Do you see what I'm saying? But a cat can read your energy. And cats have a memory forever. If you hurt them or you let them suffer, they will hate you. They will hate you. You You can see Julia hates her and the fact that she makes her miserable. Well, let me explain to you why I think Julia doesn't want to be around her. Because she is forceful. She forces, by picking Julia up, picking her up to make her as content when Julia don't want to be effed with. Now, Julia to me is a feral cat. She's an outdoor cat. She has eaten street food, people food, before she got snatched up. Now she's forced to eat cat food. She don't know what that is. It's not fair. She belongs outside again. But the fact that Foodie will not, it's all about Foodie needing her, not Julia happy. She's been that way always with cats. Now Sam would cuddle her. BBJ, no. When you let your cat's claws grow into the pads once, and they're crying and crying and you do nothing about it, for at least 6 months in between the last time it happened, that cat's gonna hate you. It's that simple. It's not like a kid where they're just gonna forgive you for everything. Cats don't work that way. Yeah, you can't use her as a prop. You just can't. She's an outdoor cat. She's feral. Everybody sees it. She wants street food. She doesn't want your butchers because that's not her palate. What if you went over to Kuwait and Salah made you eat salad, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Different varieties of fruits and vegetables and lettuce. You'd be on a plane home because that's not what you're used to. That's not who you are. But you don't have the same empathy for a cat, so you can't convince me that you have empathy for that cat. You're just using her. And I thought you would use her and do 1,000 times better. But what you're doing is you're still doing things in spite of what you call the haters, which are people that love animals. And it's just what we're watching. None of it's made up. What is made up is the comment that was put into my channel where, I mean, I know her little stance came over. God, if they could learn to spell, that'd be great. I might take them a little more serious, but whatever. Whatever. Anyway, they said something about FFG not taking care of her mom, blah, blah, blah. And the only place I've ever heard that was when Foodie read it in her own chat. So that was a big foul. That was a big, none of you were in her house. None of you. None of you even know. So to even speculate that is just going too deep into speculation. You can only react to what you see. Of course it was a lie. It'd have been all over social media if her brother came forward. That is so dumb. See, I don't know what we're dealing with half the time, but I don't buy into it. And I don't, like, read it out loud and keep it going. That's stupid. That's the part of YouTube I hate. That's what I thought too, more or less or other. That stupidly, we thought when Foodie Beauty got a cat in Kuwait, she was going to show she could take care of a pet and was going to do better. Just like when she made the video about, like, reverting. I thought we were on a whole new arc of a complete, just a transformation led by God. But here we are, talking about how evil she is. She said it. So what do we believe? My heart don't break for anyone. She gives it. Listen, FFG gives it as much as she gets it. She has called Foodie Beauty's mom a literal streetwalker. Okay? So, no. I don't even play like that. That's like thinking one hurts the other more than the other. No. They hurt each other equally. And they use buzzwords and trigger words to get people riled up. Those words just don't work because to me they're words. How easy is it to type something when you're not on camera saying it out of your mouth? Well, these two got the guts to say it on camera out loud. So you got this outrage of audience and this outrage of audience. But the truth is, what's the difference? Yeah, it's just the style. One's better at it. That's it. They can both be pretty vile. Yep. It is what it is. It's their fight. It's their fight. Let them have it. We're the audience. Like I said, don't try to be an actor in the movie. Be the audience. There's a lot of people whose family members have died of cancer. And it is a trigger, and that's why the words were used. That's why the words were used to trigger and hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Right? There it is. It's so dumb. It's a tactic. Too bad it's being displayed publicly, though. It's like they don't have enough to go at each other. Like, I don't get it. Don't you guys have enough physicalities to just keep shooting them over the bow? Both of you. Both of you. You got enough to go after each other that you don't have to drag in people that are deceased, people's kids. Oh, my God. And then the audience like, well, she deserved it because of this. Well, she deserved it because of this. That's what we're watching. That's all we're watching. Yeah. Well, some people don't draw lines in the sand. But that's their soul. Not everyone else's. No, I have not heard from Cammy Girl in a while. No. And I just assume she'll come in here when she wants to or whatever. I don't really watch people like that. Maybe something's happening in her life and she's keeping it private. I have no idea. I respect people to go live their lives if they're sick of the nonsense. Or maybe something's going on in their life. And you never know. FFG and Foodie could be keeping this fight alive so they can both make money. Nobody knows. YouTube's weird. YouTube's weird. But don't tell the audience. Oh my God, can you imagine? Holy crap. You slept like a baby after seeing FFG get all that off her chest? Yeah, she could have done it on YouTube, though, and made that super chat money. I wouldn't have went to kick for that. Even though I was petrified of what she's willing to say on YouTube, what she's got to take somewhere else to say. I was like, oh, how bad could this get, right? But it was nothing. It was the same stuff. I don't know. A good marketing tactic, though. The worst thing she did was play Tupac so that Yo Mama's stream got demonetized. He didn't see that coming. That was funny. He was like, no. That was funny. I go, oh, dang. She done played the Tupac. She played the Tupac while you were sniping. That's what took her so long, I bet, to go on Kick, was she was setting up a copyright song so that it would hit you mama's live stream. He should have muted that shit. He should have had a headset on. It said, oh, you almost got me, girl. You almost got me. You know what I'm saying? I think he will next time. Like, listen. They were already ratting him out in the chat. Your mama's sniping you, sniping your kick. They were in there, go away, yo mama, right? They were doing all that. And he could have said, oh, man, why is it taking her so long? What's she up to? That was That was epic. I'm gonna give her that. She definitely knew what she was doing there. She knew what she was doing. That his face cracked me up. See, sometimes, you know, that's the fun shit between creators I like. I didn't think the kick was wild. I thought it was like the same. I heard worse. I heard worse that FFG has done on YouTube. I heard worse before. There were times where I'm like, they're going to take you down. Stop. Right? I'm serious. Sorry, I'm putting deodorant on. I've heard way worse. Just because see you next Tuesday word, I don't like that word anyway. To me, that's not even, yeah, I don't even know. Has she said that on YouTube before? I don't even know. But I do feel bad for people that, like, emotionally are looking for something from raging. Like, either to make them feel better about themselves. And I'm talking about the audience. I love a good, like, banter. I just don't like vile. Because it's not because it triggers me, because God knows I've heard it all in life. It's because it lets me down. Like, about the person doing it. It's kind of like, did you really? I mean, there's so many other things. Why do we have to go lower and lower and lower? I don't like that. And that's true. Anger and hatred, like real hatred, real anger can make you sick, physically sick. Because it takes a lot of energy, right? To actually hate somebody. And it depletes you of all your vitamin B, makes your blood pressure go up. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just look at people different when they have to go really vile. I have no idea what YouTube will do about anything. We never know. YouTube's kind of like pick and choose here and there. I mean, there was so many people involved in, I don't even want to say the guy's name. Starts with an O. There were so many people involved, including Chris Hansen. And this guy made bank money for YouTube. And people kept saying, they're not taking him down because he makes money for YouTube. He makes a lot of money. Well, eventually they did take him down. But it takes YouTube quite a while. You know what I'm saying? It takes them quite a while. Yeah, see, oh lordy, it's Jordy, pulpy, milky. People want to approach this in a, come on, you guys, this is what it is, instead of hyping you up, making you all angry, fill you with hate. Like, there's just some of us out there that we just look at it in a different way. Doesn't mean we're better than anyone. It just means we've had enough of life experiences that we know it's not worth it. It is so not worth it. Where does it get you? Nowhere. It just makes you sick. You got to run? Okay, Ellen. Last softball game. Well, tell him good luck. Or is your granddaughter? I tell her good luck. Is she doing softball? Is she doing fastball? T-ball? Well, and that's the thing, too, is you can just run your mouth, but I don't know. I don't even know about the receipt thing. Because the truth is, by the time you're going to address it, the receipts have hit Twitter, they've hit everywhere. Like the Kybella thing, right? That thing hit the Twitter. And then somebody from YouTube was tagged, and then it was game on. And then we were like, oh my God, right? The Kybella thing. Like, you couldn't ignore that. There's no way. And then the thing is, like, You're like, what's Salah going to say about this? You know, now that Foodie went all the way back to Kuwait, how is he going to even deal with this? How is she going to deal with this? Keep it offline. And then he sits in the chat and degrades women still. And he doesn't even address the Kybella thing. That tells me all I need to know about him, right? She's not that. Absolutely, she's feeling shame. And that's the thing. If you know you're going to mukbang 5,000 calories, you roll your eyes back in your head and go after this with passion and you film it because you're trying to trigger people, right? And then we see your shame afterwards. Like, why are you filming this? This is not called acknowledging accountability. You do it over and over and over and over again. So with Foodie, we know she will go right off on the fly. We know she is instant gratification for all her emotions, right? And we know she's going to feel shame afterwards. She does it all the time. Everything. Like I said, how could you feel so entitled to come back and everybody's supposed to forget about the Cuba Rage, the Pumped Up Kicks, the BBJ thing. And she can say, oh, well, that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But you still bring up things from other people's past and you just dismiss it as defending yourself. It's like you did it, you filmed it, it's on YouTube. There's people that will hate you forever for what you've done. People in Texas probably hate you, except for Tracy. We know Tracy's still a stan. And you blame those kids' moms at that elementary school. Elementary school, right? And then, I mean, like, we don't need to rehash this. What we're talking about is your character. You did this stuff. The stuff happened. You've never taken accountability. And then you can turn around, attack other people, and think that shit ain't coming back up. That's purposeful then. This is not, you know, oh, people triggered me. Oh, it got to me. No, you were in a bad mood. And that's how you lash out. Just like when you're depressed, you will lash out at food. I mean, how is this not obvious to her? Yeah, and she was sober. She blamed that other stuff on being drunk. She blamed it on the alcohol. Last night we let the liquor talk kind of shit. That ain't what that was. That was sober. And then you go after all these people for shit you do on live streams. At least they don't do them on live streams. FFG's only behind an avatar because she's smoking. As you should be. Behind an avatar. If you're going to be... Well, she knows it bothers people. That's why she does it on camera. But what she's not seeing is all these videos you've made of talking about your disorders and eating with a big into people's face with the disorders, YouTube eventually, it's got to all be scrubbed from your channel. Eventually, YouTube's going to go, huh, ask Amberlynn Reed. Now we notice you're not eating on a tray, right? It's down here, just taking little bites because you already seen what happened to Amberlynn for the last 3 weeks. And trust me, Amberlynn was on a YouTube timeout. 1 video, 1 week. Against terms of service. The community guidelines is exactly what it said. Second video, 2 more weeks. She was gone 3 weeks. But they just want to call you stupid. Amberlynn, you've been on YouTube for 11 years. Now you're living in another state. She's not back in Oklahoma. She's still living with Tommy. She's never going back to Oklahoma. Trust and believe. You need that money control, right? For yourself. I stand on my own. I'm independent. Look at the money I make. Look at the money I make. Right? Now, if she met somebody who makes the same amount of money she does, aka Tommy, she would never feel comfortable, because the both of them like to take people that are doing less than them, and that's their "you need me. I'm going to set you up to where you need me." Amberlynn did it to all her exes, right? All of them. So I don't believe Tommy's got it like that. Sorry. And then Foodie's doing it with, she did it with Nodder and Pete's, and now Salah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what she does for a living, nor do I care. It's none of my business. If that woman's never said what she does for a living, I'm not going to go looking for her or even read it out loud. I mean, I don't like that part of YouTube. You know? You can sit here and say, why would she be with Amber if she's got all this money and she's got it like that? Well, let's go look and see if she really does. I mean, that is filling some void in your head, not mine. I'm not interested in that. It's a soap opera. It's our shows. I like to begin and end there. And that's true. Vile people do attract each other because they need the energy to keep the energy of unhappy going. And they need someone to pull the energy from. For real. They're just words, Joanna. They're just words. Foodie Beauty buys her man. Well, that's called, when you say it's for control, which I will show you later on when I react, Foodie admitted that she likes to have more money than the man because it's a sense of control. She's admitted it. I'm going to show you it all out of her own mouth. So we don't have to speculate. She says it. She says it. The problem is Nader was a broke-ass bitch, right? But she still couldn't use her money to make him do what she wanted him to do. And she always said, if I could find a man like that, we'll be together forever. Boom. I'm going to show it to you. Don't believe me? Just watch. I will show you later on when I do the react. I am going to show you that not only was he seeking her, she was seeking him. Words are only meaningful if they are meant to build people up. But if they're meant to tear somebody down, the words are the character. Because who thinks like that? Never in a million years could I think like Foodie thinks. I could never. Even the crappiest stuff she's done on this platform, whoa. Whoa. I'll tell you though, the cat thing got me. The cat thing got me, just like if BBJ would have been a child. Defenseless, relies on you, trusts you, and cannot survive without you. That bothers me. Well, you can disagree with me, Leon. That's a beautiful thing about being individuals. If words hurt you and they tear you down, then they're reminiscent of something. Yeah, and she's got Salah who's sick. Yeah, because the stuff he was saying in the chat, after all the stuff he said about Kybella, he's still the same person that he was with Kybella. Yeah, and that's the way I feel. You got to be really messed up to hurt children or animals. Like sick. Like you need help. Or you're such a narcissist that you can't sacrifice a minute of yourself to give to a child or an animal. Stop licking ass for a change. Who's licking ass? Me? Whose ass am I licking? He may actually face consequences. I have no idea. Girl world needs a break from Foodie and her vile energy. And that's true, but still part of the show. She has two choices on this platform at this point. Glow up or burn her channel. That's the only choices she has at this point. Nothing else is working. Nobody believes health arcs, diets, weigh-ins. She's like pulling every rabbit out of the hat and nothing's working. And I'm going to tell you why it's not working, Foodie. Because you forgot all about the BBJ thing. And nobody else has. When it comes to animals and children, like they can cancel you, which is what's happening. You just don't get it. You just don't understand how that's a thing. And I'm telling you, I've seen it on many, many, many channels. I mean, look how big that channel was with all those kids. Right? And people started seeing things that were making them uncomfortable. They started calling CPS. They started... No, it wasn't an incoming call. It was the internet glitch. We've been having... Have you guys noticed, like, apps are not working? Not YouTube, but other apps. I've been noticing people like, what's going on? So I don't know what's going on. There's like a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. Shelly, if Foodie Beauty called your mom worm food, you'd go low too. Would I, Keith? Would I? Would I? You know me that well. I would ignore it and make her look like a fool. It's just how I would do it. You might. I wouldn't. I think it's testing on the apps. I don't know what's going on, but there were people complaining about like certain apps were crashing a lot. So I don't know what's going on. It could be just, it's Saturday, everybody's on the internet and shit. Who knows? Yeah. I've had many people tell me about myself, but you don't know me. You don't live with me. You get an hour or two of me a day. You don't even know what I do outside of YouTube, outside of life. You have no clue. And that's because I have faith. Like, I actually look at human beings as products of the way they were raised, that they were programmed, whether they're hateful, they grew up in a hateful house, they were ignored, they were pushed aside. I feel so bad for kids. Because a lot of them grow up and take it out on other people, and that's just what they do. And that's how I look at it. I don't, like, try to connect myself when we're all different. I mean, every single one of us has walked a path. But there's some people out there that need to know your path to figure you out. That's weird. I don't need to figure anybody out. They're displaying it on YouTube. Right, and you'll never know the truth. You love it. Thank you, Year by Lisa. Thank you. Well, listen, Foodie's getting back what she puts out. FFG's getting back what she puts out, right? Even though this all started, 3 years ago, it was like the match that lit the pilot light. You know what I mean? And it's been off and running since then. Since then. It was seriously. I have spent my entire adult life in breaking the cycle. There you go. There you go, Tattoo Crazy. Good for you. Anger is a common response when insulting someone's deceased mother. Yeah. Yeah. And the sad part is everybody's going to experience losing their parent. So if you haven't lost your parent yet and you don't feel that grief or that loss, right? How easy if you're full of, I'm going to take you down kind of, let's just say aggression. How easy would it be to know that that was a painful situation? As soon as they find out your pain, they will use it against you. They will poke, 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 poke until they find it. Well, Foodie found it. Did we expect her to do anything different? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Did somebody give her the term worm food? Like, what? That was supposed to be the big poke. Those are just words. Yeah, when Foodie hits, she hits low. So there you go. I wasn't surprised at all. Yeah, Jason, absolutely. But who started this yesterday? I don't even know, nor do I care. Somebody should have shut it down. Somebody should have been the hero. But no, it didn't happen. According to all the audiences, they both deserved it. So there you go. It's a tie. I think the diet is over. Could have even been a deflection. Smoking shisha and eating. How easy would she's done it before, Foodie's done it before, where to take your mind off of walking on the treadmill in her diet, she's done this before to FFG. Whistle her in so nobody's paying attention. The deflection thing. I mean, did you not notice? She's been sucking shishas for 2 days. I'm sorry, guys, I have to. No, you don't. No, you don't. That was her excuse for THC, greening out on a live stream. She had to blame it on the haters, blame it on Nodder. She's been doing this her whole life. I'm sure her whole family's the reason she eats. Her whole family's probably the reason she's obese. And they've heard it for years. It's called deflection or even projection. Project your misery on everyone else. Project your failure and make other people... Like, the reason she loves FFG's energy is because FFG will come back at her. That's what she's searching for. It's called a poke. I need your energy right now. Did you see what happened? Okay, so Foodie was live, and then FFG went live. As soon as FFG went live, Foodie said, I'm going to stop this live right now, and then I'll come back later. Because she wanted to watch FFG. She needed to absorb all that, right? And then it was a big disappointment for Foodie because FFG's all, let's go to kick, right? So then FFG goes to kick. And Foodie's like, I don't care where she went, as long as she's not on YouTube. And then she does this kissy, huggy live, right? And then an apology community post. Because her goal was to get FFG to come so hard for her, she could shut her channel down or shut the live stream down and victory. It's so dumb, but it was so obvious. Yeah, and she ignored her. They don't like that. So if you actually think she had a moment of reflection, it just didn't go the way she wanted it. FFG is also the one who left Foodie with a massive nerve injury. The BBJ rescue, yes. That'll be a forever too. She needs someone to hate, so she has a rage content at the end of the month. Well, you could say that, but she wouldn't have deleted it all. That was a lot of views. That would have came to watch her just, I am evil, in her hijab. Come on, that's like watching The Omen. She would have got a shit. She loves the scary movies. Apparently, she doesn't want to star in one. She would have got a ton of views. No. When it comes to her being mad or not getting her way, she's looking for energy like a vampire. It did backfire. It totally backfired. Well, because Foodie, like, she's instant gratification, instant emotions, and needs an instant fix, right? She doesn't think it out like a business. If YouTube, like I even said, why is Nodder still a thing? Why does he still have a channel? It's so Foodie will watch him. It's that simple. He makes no money. He spends hours. Dee Dee's still reading the chat. Oh, hit the like button, right? There's like 3 people in there now. Because if he wanted to make money, he would let us all react to him. He wants to stay relevant so Foodie can watch him. He likes her energy too. Because Dee Dee's too much of a yes ma'am. He likes Foodie's energy. Just like Foodie likes FFG's energy. Because she's not a yes ma'am. Yes, Alexis. I don't know why. I mean, all I'm saying about the kick thing was you got 4,000 people to go over there and you did that for free. It should have been lit. It should have been just full of everything. Music, everything you can't do on YouTube. And it wasn't. She could have done so much and made a complete show out of that. If you're not getting paid and you can't get a super chat or anything while you're over there, then you should have put on one hell of a show. Yeah, I'll never go on Kick. Yeah, I would be more afraid. Listen, I'd be more afraid of Shannon, which I think Foodie is, than she is FFG. She knows that FFG has a soft side. It's, you know, it's a Canadian thing. They're just nice people. They can only drag so much. And, you know, they just won't cross certain boundaries, right? Because it doesn't feel good to them. Makes their head, like, get all tingly. But Shannon, she's like one of those, doesn't have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can feel that energy from Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Well, and that's the thing. FFG should have just ignored it. If she wasn't going to go ham, she should have just ignored it. Just ignore it. Don't give her what she wants. Did you all see the suitcase? Well, of course. Listen, that Sarah Boone's crazy as a loon. You have to remember that FFG is used to the YouTube way of doing things. She will get better at Kick. What? What? Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? She's you. Then stay on YouTube, make your super chats. Why go to Kick? Nobody likes Kick. Everybody rather see Twitch. There was nothing on there to get her kicked off except for the Tupac song at the beginning. That's it. The end. There was nothing. The toxic community. And that's a fact. That ain't even feelings. I think Frenchie will not be so soft if she ever meets her in person. Now that I could believe. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. Just the idea of Frenchie coming around will keep Foodie away from Canada. So will Notter. So will Shannon. She don't want to go back. Even though she beat up a bouncer. Or a bodyguard. A bodyguard. Who's bodyguard? Foodie. I'm going to play that later too. I miss Shannon too. Kick will pay her good for bringing 4,000 people. I don't even know how it works. Don't you have to like be on there for a while to even be a partner? You'd have to go on there and do more content. Like that's a lot of platforms. Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Who's got that kind of time? What do you say, the same stuff on all 3? What do you do? Do you do different content on each one? I don't understand it. Foodie knocked out a bodyguard. She said she knocked him out. I'm going to guess it's a bodyguard. I would not hire. Yeah, I'm going to show you later. You can StreamYard them all together. Okay, I'm not talking about the technique. I'm not talking about the money making. I'm not talking about the technology of streaming them all together on StreamYards. I'm talking about what's the goal. Like, I can see if you're over on Twitch and you're a gamer. And then you're on YouTube and you're a reaction channel. What's the new thing for kick? I'm just trying to understand. Because I see these people just, is it all about money? Could be. Good on you. They offer kick deals there. What kind of deals? What kind of platform is it? Huh, I don't know. I'm good over here. I do have a Twitch in case someday YouTube said, you know what? We just don't like you. Bye. But at least you guys know where I'll be. I'll be on Twitch. That's it. The end. And just Twitch. Not the Instagram. None of it. None of it. Not interested. I mean, if I were to carry on with live streaming. Yeah, I mean, okay, so at first when a platform goes up and they're like, come on, YouTubers that got kicked off of YouTube for some ridiculous reason, and then you find out some of them are really scary that come over there, well, they're going to let you make them some money for a while. But trust me, if they ever got as big as YouTube and the advertisers said no, or the product people said no, they will boot you. I promise you that. So that's where Aiden Ross is, right? That's where Aiden Ross is, right? And it's like, okay, he's good friends with the founder or the CEO. That's what happens. Look at the top 5 that came over to YouTube straight from Vine. YouTube started when Vine went off, right? It's kind of like Facebook took all the MySpace people, right? This is called, this technology just keeps evolving, right? And they all make promises that they don't end up keeping in the end. They just used you to get over there, and then you end up getting booted from there, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So, seriously, people always think there's going to be something on the internet where you can just be as loony as you want. You can drink and drive. You could do drugs online, and there's no repercussions. I don't want to hang around with people like that. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Is it 11:11? There's an angel amongst us. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand. You can't get out your opinion, and people want you to be vile. People want you to join the fight. Well, I don't feel that rage. I don't feel that anger. Sorry. I just don't. Oh, it's 11:10 where you're at. Somebody put it in the chat. Oh, okay. Same here, Dark Empress. I'm not that invested. It's a show I'm watching. And I would still carry on with my channel. If Foodie Beauty's channel went dark, I would still carry on my channel. My God, there's enough shit in the past that was fun than there is now that she's doing, where it's just about watching the show and having a good laugh. You know what I mean? Then we'll do the whole, like, reruns. So what? She's probably my favorite character on YouTube at this point. People wish they had the balls to do what she does. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it balls. I guess I would if you're constantly balancing the line of getting your channel taken down. I guess that is. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. People feel entitled to go on public platforms and do whatever it is they do in private at home. And, I mean, I've seen girls do disgusting stuff. Disgusting stuff. Because they're trying to make money and they're willing to push the line on YouTube and just for money. I mean, I told you, man. The love of money's the root to all evil. The love of it. Not money. Money can be used for good. Now it's 11:11. Angels amongst us. You think Foodie's still mad at Salah? I don't know. He seems like... Okay, I'm going to cover that too. I'm going to cover what Allah said. That she found... Basically, in my opinion, the perfect guy to control. That's how I interpret what he says. But I will play that. We are going to react later, and I'm gonna cover it all. I'm gonna cover it all because I like to just put it out there, like laying out your hand, your card hand, and then say, what are you gonna do with this? And that's the interest for me. Like, if you put out the words that came out of Foodie's mouth on a platform as receipts, is she gonna double down? Is she gonna be accountable? Or is she gonna dismiss it? More times than not, she dismisses it. Ignores it, pretends like it never happened. That's her go-to. Because for her to be accountable would mean that she would have to admit the real person she is and have to do away with the fake person she puts online. You think if she got terminated, we would all be unhappy? I'd be unhappy that I'd never see if she got back to Canada. But I got a sinking feeling she'll be on other platforms. Bet me. Yeah, like the community tab thing. And another thing. I'm sorry, isn't it beautiful outside? Couldn't take a picture outside. Look at the sunset. No. And another thing. This is all because of the diet and exercise that everybody's trying to hold her to. Right? She's deflecting you away from that. Foodie. French fries. No treadmill. Shisha. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing's going to change. You're going to need inpatient for that. But she will always be Foodie. She will always be on a platform. She needs the attention. Yeah. Right. It's her life. Yeah. She'd never be able to be away from her filtered face. No. No. Could you imagine? YouTube is what makes her think she is a influencer, an internet star, a public figure, all the things, the movies she watches, the models and shit she's jealous of, the superstars she adores and idolizes, right? She thinks she's sitting next to them being on YouTube, right? You think she's gonna, You think she was just fade to black. Well, that was fun, but I have a life to live. This is her life. This is her life. Infamous. You're infamous, not famous, girl. Right, P-Day? Well, they've tried committing her in the past, Joanna. Now she's grown. Who's going to commit her? Who? She'd have to, have a mental breakdown. But if you live in a delusional world full of fantasies, I'm not the problem. What? Why don't people see what I see? That's why they say, that a true NPD will never change because they don't see it. They just think everybody's wrong and everybody hates them. So it's never going to change. Why don't you see what we see? I don't even play that game because I know they never will. You're wasting your energy. Sit back, be the audience, have fun with it, balance it out, show the hypocrisy, talk about it in your own community. But the problem is with a narc, they're so grandiose in their own mind that they think your YouTube channel, your community is their property too. So they will hover. They'll actually get people that will hover with them, which is weird. But anyway, no matter what she does, I swear no matter what she does, no matter what she does. These people will not leave her side. All the good ones are gone. All the people that loved BBJ, that were in her chat, all the people that called her out, made her laugh at her nonsense, they're all gone. They left. And she don't care about any of them. She's said it so many times. Ex-Beezers, and she boots people out of her chat that even tell her to stop doing this. You're gone. You know what I mean? That's what we're watching. Yeah, she's one of those, you either agree with me or go. His father told us, oh. You guys are talking about something else. But I mean, yeah, if you don't get any emotions involved, you can actually see it for what it is. You can. You can. Yeah, Foodie's got a channel on Twitch, so it's already established. And then she pretended like she would go over there and play games once a week, right? She would go over there, keep it going. But no, it's just sitting there on hold as a backup. The couples channel, after the Kybella stuff, nobody's buying into it. None of it looks real. I mean, the chemistry's not there. It's funny. It's like, I see more chemistry with her and Pete. I see more chemistry with her and FFG than I do with her and Slaw. So that's dead in the water right now. It's just sitting there holding on to subscribers, right? In case they ever do get the GoPro going. We're kind of just waiting to see how the Kuwait thing ends. That's it. She either gets a residency and she'll flash that thing. She's going to be a resident there and live there happily ever after, get a driver's license and just toodaloo, right? And drive us to the Starbucks, drive us to the mall, right? Or she's going to go on an epic health arc over there in Kuwait because she just needed the energy from Kuwait and Allah to just lose all this weight. That's it. I'm getting my spirit in order kind of shit, right? Like Cuba, I found God. Then the night before she left, she got drunk and dragged everybody. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Don't pass that off as God. No. I mean, I know God has wrath, but come on now. So, or is she going to get booted out of Kuwait? And then we get Foodie back. I don't know. I have no idea. That's why we're here. In the meantime, we got to deal with all the nonsense in between. You know, the cycling. Yeah, being scared of the knock on the door, like she's not even supposed to be there. Or she's scared because Aisha did say, my lawyer's on it. Or she even said her lawyer's in Kuwait. She's got a lawyer in Kuwait. That could be problematic. That could be problematic. Because she even said, you know I do and you know his name. Because I think maybe Aisha was going to maybe help with a lawyer. Is he an immigration lawyer? Just asking. You know what I'm saying? These things tie together somewhere. And it's a soap opera, so why can't we speculate? I think that was the fear. Joanna's like, 100%. Yeah. And she even said she was going to reach out to, have her lawyer reach out to the Kuwaiti government. So maybe her biggest fear is getting booted. That's why she was like, the door. Can you imagine? Like you hid in your car in Canada, afraid FFG or Shannon was going to roll up and on your door, right? You're hiding like on a trail in the woods, right? Probably in a whole other province, right? I ain't afraid of them. I knocked out a bodyguard. If that video has not hit social media out of just humor alone, then it's not true, right? You'd see it over there on the World Star shit, right? Foodie knocking out a bodyguard? Who's bodyguard? Anyway, so I just feel like, I don't know. We just wait and see how this can play out. She literally is like, I'm never speaking to Aisha again, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, she got you rattled. Why wouldn't you? Because you're Foodie. You'll speak out on anything. Anything. And you will double down. Nobody tells me what to do, who to speak about. Well, she shut right up. So some of it's got to be true. She might have knocked out a bodyguard. Here's how it went down. She coming out the club, feeling herself. Boo, boo, boo. She did the, which you should never do, the twerk. It's dangerous, right? Just didn't know someone was behind her. It was the bodyguard. Anyway, took him out at the knees, his head hit. You never know. That's probably how it happened. It wasn't like a, T-Rex, put him up. It wasn't any of that. Get out of here. She wants you to picture that. But I'm sure it was something, you'd see on World Star. Or, you'd see on, like, the ring cam. Then Foodie did the split. Boom! The dismount. Oh. There is no YouTube manager. Sorry. There isn't any. If there was YouTube managers, Foodie would have took FFG down a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Come on. They ain't taking each other down. They're the magnet of Girl World. FFG, Foodie Beauty, up here. The rest of us, we just circling like Saturn. Like, I'm serious. They ain't taking each other down. No. No. That's a funny thing, though. Because I was thinking about this. I'm like, so wait a minute. You guys go back and forth about you're going to take each other's channels down, right? I'm going to speak to this person, that person. I'm going to write an email. I'm going to make a video, timestamp everything. How are you not able to make this happen? Not that I wanted to, because I like all of it. But you were able to take down somebody less than both of you in numbers. Just breezing. Like immediately. How was that able to happen? But you two have both put up pictures of each other's families, which are privacy, copyrights all day long. Privacy. That'll take you down. But Breezin was able to come down immediately for privacy. FFG literally put all those pictures that Foodie took just Breezin down for immediately, but did not privacy copyright FFG for putting those same pictures up from OF. Sometimes you just gotta look at things and go, how? Well, they were bragging about it. And in Foodie Beauty's chat, about how they took down that live stream that Breezin was doing, showing OF pictures that are all over the Twitter and all over the YouTube. So you got to ask yourself, you have to think critically. How, if they want each other down so bad, how come it hasn't happened? No, she didn't put naked pics. Not that I'm aware of. But all those OFs are pretty much risque. They need each other, yes. Exactly, because if it was supposed to happen, it would have happened. It's just to entertain the crowds, in my opinion. Because I'm like, man, if this is some real, this isn't just business, right? How? They both know how they make money off each other. It's a good gig, right? It's a good gig. I mean, all you can do is assess what you see. It's called math, right? Do the math. Just do the math. Oh, please. Foodie gave me a cyber bully strike for telling a joke. So no, it ain't about the actual you know what. These two have said the most horrible stuff and showed pictures of each other's family. That's privacy. And there you go. It's just business. That's what I see as a spectator, right? And there's a lot of people that want in on it, so they grab sides and they try to create that show of, you know, everybody see why this person this. Like, they're all doing it. And there's nothing wrong with it. Just don't get emotionally scarred from it. Just accept it for what it is and enjoy the show. That's what I've been saying for years. Nobody listens. I'm just kidding. Sometimes I don't listen either. I'm just like, oh my God, right? Because it's meant to do that. If it works, it works. Until it don't work anymore. Yeah. Yeah, Foodie Beauty says it's just business, right? Like, because she wanted to go out to dinner with her. I think she wanted to be her friend. But she betrayed her just like she betrayed Shannon in real life. So it just doesn't work that way. Or they're all talking to each other in the background. Nobody knows. Yeah, still enjoy it. You don't have to hate somebody to enjoy their content. So many people want me to hate people. I can't. Because I'd have to feel something for them, and that's weird. Even when I meet people in real life, like, you ever met those people? Like, they just want to absorb you. Something about you, they want to absorb you. Why? Because they're missing something. That's the only guess I can come up with. Who wants to, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But, like, people have to earn my friendship. They got to earn trust. They just got to earn it. It's not for YouTube fodder. Like, in real life, like, if I meet somebody, I'm not, like, trying to assess them or figure out, I got to figure you out. No, because that means you're trying to conquer me. Fuck off. Ain't happening. Ever. In real life. Yeah, you can tell right away. You can tell right away. In real life, trust is a big thing. It should be a big thing for you, too, on the YouTubes, too. Like, why would you trust one creator over another if they're doing the same thing the one you're supposed to hate is doing? This is simple math. We're not even into statistics and probabilities at this point. This is simple math. 2 + 2 = 4. In this case, 2 + 2 = cow. That's how it goes. Lol's cow. Right? So just watch it, please. And if you just want to have a laugh, go to Pulpy. Anyone that's just in it for the, oh my God, right? For the laugh. But if you really are full of rage and you are team FFG, team Foodie, Yo Mama's pretty neutral. He just likes to watch it all too. Make some comedy out of it, right? He got rid of all that fake rage because it was worthless. It took you nowhere. But anyway, just have a good time. But if you're really wrapped up into the, I stand with this person, I stand with, then stay over there. Because it won't fly with people who actually are like breaking it all down, looking at it for what it really is. It's a business. Well, Yo Mama may portray that he's not neutral, but I've seen him be neutral when it's necessary. So you can draw your own conclusions of Yo Mama. Hate him all you want. He's putting on a show just like everybody else. Yeah, honestly, who gives a shit? Pulpy says, I'm just here for my shows. It ain't that deep. And that's how I feel about it. It ain't that deep. You want to make it deep? Go enjoy yourself. If it makes you feel good for the day, I'm not against it. It's just you can't make me think that way. Because it's all nonsense. It's fun nonsense, though. Well, go tell Foodie she needs to control herself. Oh, you'll get blocked. So am I supposed to tell her? You ain't. If you tell her, she's going to block you. You want me to tell her? Is that why you're telling me she needs to control herself? Hey, she's out of control. What are you going to do about it? I don't have that much time to invest. Right. Right. If I'm investing, I better be getting back something out of it. And I'm not looking for, like, to fill my soul. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the or the whoa or the holy shit. That's what I'm looking for. She got a new community post? Of course she does. She's watching. Doesn't mean she'll change. She knows what she's doing. Trust and believe. She's taking your mind off of food, diet, exercise, and making a whole statement about how the shisha was raising her blood pressure and making her dizzy and da-da-da-da-da. And then she's been smoking shisha for 2 days straight. So, deflection in a childlike way. You're like, look what I'm doing over here so you don't see what I'm doing over here. She deleted her apology. Oh, maybe it's game on again. I mean, she's the one that lost out on all those views. Puffing her chest. I'm the evil one. I'm not the light. I'm evil. Well, give it all you got, girl. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What? Okay. So next time you say you're evil, we shouldn't believe you? You're actually the light? I love it. It's a mind fuck. That's what it is. Yeah. Quit posing. Poser! No, it was still up, I believe, this morning. I think the apology was still up this morning. Oh, it wasn't up long. Okay. It probably was still like when I opened my YouTube, it was probably still from last night sitting there. Because I didn't refresh. Yeah, that's why I was saying about FFG. She was making a killing in super chats. Why would she go over to the Kick and give all that up? She could have went on another hour and made bank money. She couldn't make anything over at the Kick. She could have went over there and said the C word. She had the 4,000 people, right? She could have went over there and said the C word 10 times in a row and said, okay, let's go back to YouTube. Got it off my chest. Now, that would have been funny. And went right back over to YouTube and said, now, let's do this thing. That would have been funny. Go back and forth, make it a whole thing. Excuse me, I got to say another word. Let's go back over to Kick. Everybody would have had 2 tabs open, right? They would have jumped over there, and she'd have been like, okay, let's go back to YouTube. That would have been brilliant. These people need to hire me as a manager because I see things in 3 dimensions. Not 2, not 1. Don't dogs only see things in... Is it 1 dimension? Does anybody know? Oh, I definitely think, Mallory, I definitely think FFG is doing the Spy It diet. I think she is waiting for that glorious moment. I absolutely do. I do. And that camera's coming on. I thought it was going to be, maybe her birthday, which is coming up. Can you imagine? Oh my God. What a dog see in 2 dimension and black and white or something like that? Look it up, Jarella. Laughing at me. I see you running all around the YouTubes. I see you. What do you mean? Why are you laughing at me? I'm asking a question. Somebody look it up, other than Jarella. I think she'll come on camera when she gets there, her house. Oh, I don't know. Jamie, why are you saying no, Shelly? Speak in sentences. I don't know what that means. I've said 100 things. They see in 3 dimensions, huh? I'm going to look it up. It's another way for her to make the big bucks. Okay. Google says 3 dimensions. They can only see blue and yellow hues. So, because I wondered why, like, let's say you got something sitting and they'll like do this thing to test it first. Somebody told me that. They said, oh, it's because they only see in 2 dimensions or some shit. They get confused on depth. Something like that. How would they catch a ball? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's like far away and then it comes into view. I don't know. Colorblind? Yeah, I heard that too. I've heard black and white and I've heard colorblind. They only see in blue and yellow hues. Dogs do smell things, correct. Maybe she's behind the scenes doing Ozempic, or maybe. It'll still be great. They have a wider field of vision. They can see blue and yellow, yes. Okay, thank you, Dax. Are you a winter beauty type? I know that winter colors are my colors. Not pastels. Oh my God, I look like an Easter egg. Very fucked up Easter egg. Can't wear the pastels. She's gonna be all skinny in her new house. Petting BBJ. There it is. God, wouldn't that be the... Foodie would just go... Okay, so Jizzo said they only see yellow, black, black, and white. That must have been what I heard. I 100 think FFG is doing the Spy It diet. Yes. Go find some of the Belgian Malinois athleticism videos. It's mind-blowing. I do like those Belgian Malinois. Man, they are very... That's like your military dog. That's their preference, right? Right? Aren't the Popo starting to lean towards those too, the Belgian Malinois? Because they are like, okay, so when you're going to train from a puppy a German Shepherd, they look for the wildest ones in the litter. If they're chill, they want the crazy ones. That's the words they use, right? So with the Belgian Malinois, I've heard from watching all these dog training videos, and I've watched the videos. I have watched them jump up. I don't even know how many feet it was to get a ball hanging. Just a running jump. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So yes, I've watched many. But when you're going to train the Belgian, you can almost guarantee every one of them. 30 feet walls, right. I've seen those. And they're all on TikTok. If you ever want to see them in a succession, oh my God. It gives you goosebumps. They're amazing. Yeah. So anyway, that's why this Belgian Malinois has become the most sought after military, and I think now Popo dogs. I don't know anything about that, Joanna. They're amazing. Well, they've used them for years, but I always see the training of the German Shepherd because they are so smart. I've always wanted a black German Shepherd, but it's just not going to happen. But I would spend the 10 grand on the training where everything is just words and they respond to all the words. I just love that. Not like Mr. Tiggs, who knows what I'm saying, yet he just chooses his own direction. I think I love that about him too because he's sass, crass, and ass. Yeah. Mr. Tiggs, God bless him. Just running the shit show. You said it seems like all the really hateful Foodie reactors get fatter. Well, I don't know if they get fatter. I mean, because they do spew this weight thing back and forth. Yeah, well, you're fat too, and you're fat. Yeah, keep eating, fatty, and you're a fatty. They do that. You know what? I ain't even mad at it because it's like they're like, now if a skinny person just kept going, look at your fat, you disgust me. That would seem like discriminatory, right? But if two fatties are going at it, I ain't got a problem with that. Let them have at it. Literally, it bears no weight at this point. Is what literally does it bear weight? I don't know. So, like I said, what if you see something in somebody that you don't like about yourself? That's called a fair playing, level playing field, right? Exactly. So don't bother me none. Yeah, no pun intended. That kind of makes it, it just. You're like, look at this. Like, look at this. Oh, we got, well, whoever you guys keep adding a G. Oh, there you are. It has nothing to do with education, lady. I don't even know what you're talking about. But you're using all the punctuation. I love that. Weed increases your appetite. That's why she'd never succeed. Oh, you're talking about FFG. That she's never going to lose the weight. Well, I don't know. Some people, they can, I know plenty of people that are skinny that work out and smoke dope. That's a mute argument. She could be just telling you, oh man, I get high and I just eat myself sick. She could be lying. It's part of the spite. We'll see someday, or we won't. In my opinion, that's why FFG hates Chantel. She sees everything she hates about herself in her. They're just alike. Possibly. That's a very interesting thing. Well, we may never see either, G. I know you're counting on it, but we may never see it. I mean, look at Nick Ocado. And he still eats a lot of food. They exceed at night vision and have great peripheral vision. You think your cat has a doppelganger? She said, boo. Mr. Takes does. It's weird. The pattern he has on his back, like a snowman, because he's the white and gold spotted. I actually seen a puppy, and it was a female. And he was like maybe 6 months old. Yeah, he was about that. And I went to this place that had puppies and stuff, and there was a female. She was 8 weeks old. Identical markings to Tiggs. That is so weird. That is so weird how that can happen. I mean, identical. Every single spot, she had it. And I'm like, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Can that happen? I suppose it can. There you go. Girl World Weight Loss Club said, I smoke a ton of weed and I've lost 30 pounds watching Foodie, so that theory doesn't work for everyone. That's true. It's funny to watch this fight, though. Neither is better than the other. There you go. They're equals. Like I said, let them be here. Let them be here. And the rest of us just watch. Because they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? We don't need to hype it more where it becomes more, or we don't need to I don't know, get triggered by it. Just don't get triggered by it, please. FFG doesn't have diabetes. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you're in a whole different situation, Foodie. Being fat but being unhealthy and sick is totally different than being fat. Like, you can't excuse fat if the doctor says, if you don't fix this, you're in for a world of trouble, right? If you don't fix this. So she has no choice. The other people still, may not be predestined for diabetes, or they will. And then they're going to have to change their life, right? Or they're just out living their best life and they're not sitting around complaining that they can't do anything because if they leave the house, they got to bring a bag with them. Oh no, right? Kind of stuff. So it's different. You can't compare yourself at this point. You need to go get something done. You want to hear some tea from me in Colorado? Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm having no part of it. G says FFG started at a funny place, but so did Chantal. But now it's been all under the belt and not light anymore. It's just funny and sad all at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on who you really are. Were you holding back your real hatred, or did she unleash a beast? And you got to rein it back in. You know, like the House of Dragons. If I came face to face with Chantal, what would I say to her? Huh? I'd be like, first of all, I wouldn't recognize her without the filters. I'd be like, aren't you Foodie Beauty? And she'd run. So I guess that's all I would say. Just kidding. Yeah, hopefully the rage isn't an internal thing. It's just a show, because that will change everything about you. FFG was holding back. I think that she has a very dark side. Do you? Because I don't. I seen that last night. Nope. Because I'm going to tell you, when someone's got a dark side and they send 4,000 people over to a new platform so they can unleash the beast. The only beast she unleashed was the Tupac song on Yo Mama to demonetize his stream. That was it. That actually hurt somebody. That was it. I was like, oh, damn. She is coming for everybody. Oh, my God. Right? And Yo Mama's like, copyright, really? Tupac? And I'm like, come on. Her whole chat was talking about you. Yo Mama, you should have put the headset on and said, let me, and then you could have paused when it was over. And you could have been like, oh, you tried to get me. You know, she laughed her giggly. She giggled her ass off with that one. Yep, she laughed that one because she couldn't believe you fell for it. And you did. She caught you off guard. I think the lawnmower fumes are getting to you in the shed. I'm telling you, you're going to have to start vlogging from the boat again. Come on now. That was funny. His face was epic. No, not Tupac, copyright. So she knows how to do the tubes, right? But when it came to, like, I'm going to say things I can't say on YouTube, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything that she hasn't said on YouTube before. So I think it was just, you know, to get Foodie all worked up, like take herself away from the YouTube so that Foodie couldn't strike her channel down, or at least, you know, see, she went, oh, it's against terms of service. I think she went over there to just do her usual reaction, just to piss Foodie off. That's all I think it was about. She played it safe, even over on the kick. Yeah, is what it is. So I'm going to go hang out with the hubs. I got some stuff I got to load in my car and take to somebody. Stuff I don't... Like, you know how I bought that rug for the Zen room? I don't like it. I don't like it. And there's nowhere else in the house I want it. It doesn't fit with anything. I don't know why I did it. I thought it would look zen. It just looks like chaos. So I'm going to take that too. I got a couple lights. No, I don't wear the Jafar ring. I'm saving it for a parody. But I really don't want to wear it around. Listen, let me show you something. You see all these rings? I am 2 rings. Okay, so let's say I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling extra. Let's just find one. Let's see. Let's find one. Ooh, you know what? I think I'll put my amethyst on today. No. In about an hour, And then I won't know where I put it because it bugs me. And the Jafar ring does not fit this finger. That's where I would wear it. Right? On my right hand. Right there. Because this one is so big. Look at that thing. You just... My hand gets cold. This thing just twirls around like one of those spinner rings, right? So any ring I could pull out of here. Oh, I think I'll... Oh, wait, where is the... Let me find one. Nope, that don't fit either. This was Grandma's. This is all her children's birthstones. I got this. This is one of my treasured. Grandma had the same size fingers as me, size 6. Let me see. What else? Yeah, after the parody, I might do a giveaway for the Jafar ring. Wouldn't that be fun to just pay it forward? I know. See, I don't know. I do so much with my hands all day that I just don't wear a bunch of jewelry. Thank you, Tinkerbell. I really appreciate that. And it's needed. I know. I was thinking about putting Grandma's ring on a chain. I was thinking about it. All right, guys, you all have a good day. I love you all. I'm going to let you go. And peace and love. Sassy Saturday. I'll see you back later. And I will show you all the stuff so you're not confused on what's going on. Like, we're trying to take the heat out of Girl World and just have fun with it. So if you're into that, then I'm glad to have you. But you're never going to make me or my community have real hate for internet personalities. Sorry. That would just eat at us. And we want to laugh. We're here for the laughs. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for the thumbs up on the way out. And I will see you guys later on. I promise. I will be back. I'll be back.